Good evening, creeps. Tales from the Crypt. I was going to say season 12, but that is factually inaccurate, my friends. Season 3, episode 12, Deadline. This one starts out. This is probably the most elaborate opening they've had so far. It's like a bar set, crypt bar set. So you got your skeleton patrons and shit, and your skull neon light and all that. So the crypt keeper's the bartender, and he introduces the episode. We just had an episode with a news reporter who needed a scoop. He was down on his luck and needed a scoop. Luckily, this guy works for the newspaper, so it's not the same thing. So this down. Wait, the other guy probably worked for a newspaper too. I don't think he worked for a television station, and that was like what, two episodes ago, two, three, maybe. The one with the dude from fucking Joe's Boy, the dude from Wings, and they were all ghouls. Hmm. Is that one better than this one? Hmm. Anyways, old down on his luck reporter picks up a lady at a bar. They end up having a one night stand, and the lady's just like, yeah, I don't want to get attached. I just like picking up dudes at bars and, drinking their cum and then never seeing them again. But she has a change of heart, and they start seeing each other. And fucking dude, he quits drinking after he starts seeing this lady. So he's having a rough time at work. He can't find a scoop, as they call it in the biz. So the bartender suggests, instead of drinking booze, how about you go down to that Greek diner on the corner and get yourself some coffee and just, wait a second. The night's young. Shout out to Greek diners. They don't have them around here, but back in old Chicago land when I grew up, where I grew up, they have Greek diners all over. And holy shit, those lovers of anal can really cook up a storm. They only had Greek diners here. I can get my ass fucked and eat a cheeseburger at the same time. Oh, it would probably be a gyro, but maybe spaghetti. I remember their spaghetti being surprisingly good. Anyways, so he goes to the old Greek diner, and he hears old I think his name was Greek boy Stavro or some shit like that. So anyways, he hears a skirmish or a scuffle between the diner owner and the diner owner's wife in the back. So he goes back to see what's going on, and then the fucking diner owner comes back weeping like, I kill her. I kill her. Eee! So dude pulls out his little note. Hey, buddy, you want to talk about this? This totally isn't inappropriate right now. I killed my wife. She'd go out and she'd fool around. She'd go out and just have sex with these different men every night. Don't come home till early morning, sleep all day, and just go back out sucking the pee-pees. And she said she was going to go out tonight to get Greek, but I tried to stop her and she laughed at me. She laughed at my fucking faces. So I strangled the bitch until she was dead. And now I'm gonna go to prison and get Greek myself. So the dude's like, "Hey, all right, thanks for that. I gotta go back and use your phone now, and call the police because murdering your wife is highly illegal. You see." So the reporter goes back there, starts making a call. He's actually calling up the old newsroom to tell them the scoop. Right when the lady goes, and she starts waking up. And the dude says, "Oh, never mind." Hangs up the phone, goes over to the lady to check if she's okay. Oh my God, it's the bitch he was fucking. Can you believe that shit? And he says, "All right, what can well, I can leave her alive and maybe she'll blow me again, but uh, I need the job to live, to eat food and pay rent, even though he doesn't. Because now that I think about it, I think he was getting money from his ex-wife or some lady. There's a scene where he goes to a lady who's getting disability checks and says, "Give me money for rent. I'm a fucking alcoholic." Anyways, lady wakes up. He says, "Fuck this shit. I want to keep my job." So then he strangles her to death for real. And I guess what after he made the choice to re-kill this lady, something in his mind broke because the next scene he's like in a straitjacket in like it looks like an old attic at nighttime, a spooky nighttime attic. Tales from the Crypt. We go back to the bar. There's a nice, good shot of the crypt keeper's head where you can see all the details and shit in the sculpture. That looked really cool. And then he says something about sucking dick, and we're the fuck out of there. So it's, fun to laugh at. It wasn't really good or anything. Walter Hill does some good shit. I don't know if I'd say this was one of them, but Extreme Prejudice, check that shit out. It's fucking awesome. You can also check out dwnproductions.net where you can see my artwork, like masks, bust, props. Maybe you want something custom made. Maybe you want, oh, I don't know, uh, a custom made something. If you do, hit me up and maybe I can do that for you. And then head on over to fastcustomshirts.com. Hundreds and hundreds of t-shirt designs or sci-fi exploitations, what it says right there, all reasonably priced. 12 for normal people size, 15, I think, for big fat fucks like myself, give or take. It ain't my site, that's Joe's shit. So I could be off on the prices, but not far, and if so, it'll probably be less. So head on over there every Sunday night right here, 10 p.m. Central. If you stuck around this long, you might as well check that shit out. Joe and I talk about what we watched through the week on the live stream and all that shit. So do that shit or don't. Get Greeked or don't. And until next time, oigam.